What's going on, y'all? It's Jason Reviews here, back at it again with another video. As you guys can see by the title, we will be getting into another predictions video for URL's One Rounders card app exclusive events, catching on the app that they announced. They didn't even try with that title, right? So 8 battles, and obviously by the title, they're all 1-round battles. Some good matchups here, some that we're just gonna laugh at and have some fun with. But even though it's going to be funny to bring this up on the contrary, I just want to say that I was, as a part of Let's Talk Battle Rap, I think as most of you know, we do tons of articles, tons of coverage of the sport, and I recently just did a write-up on Easy the Block Captain's Trenches card. I know a Easy kind of shout out on his article during a URL predictions, but I ended up writing the full article, did the full write-up of the event. I'm going to leave that in the description down below if you guys would like to read, catch up on that. And then I obviously just did the recap for Trenches before, but just wanted to shout out the write-up here, put a little bit of time to that one, so maybe you guys would appreciate that. But obviously, we're here, about to cover the one-rounders. Like I said, first half of this card, extremely random. We're going to kind of talk about some of the randomness and how, maybe these matchups came together, and then the top half of the card has some more solid competitive work. So without further ado, top right in the predictions. So, starting from the bottom of the card, you have Big T versus Big Hand. So, yes, for those of you that haven't seen this card, obviously, they're really getting out there with these, as you can see from the first matchup. I think when you look at, especially these first two matchups we're going to talk about, some of this is guys that are probably, I think they just are on the roster and need a play to some sort. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at someone like Big Hand, who really... any little momentum he had, I believe he had going into that Shug battle, and that, wasn't all of that. I believe it was that Born Legacy 11, Born Legacy 10, something like that. It's never built up a lot of momentum, and Big T is, it's kind of rough that he's become kind of that textbook definition of someone who's clearly just past their prime, went from star to someone who's just easily beatable, and I think I have him losing this battle as well. I mean, until Big T can really rap coherent rounds, get real sentences out, you're going to have to go with the person that can at least put their words together. So, Big Hand in a battle, in a pretty disgusting matchup, if I do say so myself. From there, you get into B Magic versus Casino. Kind of that similar feel with a guy like Magic, who's clearly had his fall from grace. But anyone's been paying attention knows that I've actually been pushing Magic's been a little underrated in the past few years. Now, is he ever going to reach back with saying he's going back to old Magic? Absolutely not. But I think he's battled at like a solid mid-tier pace, and he still has his unique pockets and styles that are forever going to make his style particularly timeless. And it's B Magic versus Casino. Casino, part of the UM4 class, definitely one of the lesser, push talents from that class, and simply because he just doesn't, he's not bad, you know what I'm saying? He's just a prototypical, I can't even call him a puncher. He does setups and raps lines. It's not really too much in terms of the uniqueness. Almost like a prototypical battle rapper. Not a complete zero, though, so if Magic comes in here choking or completely, just throws the battle, which is possible, you know what I'm saying? It's like the lesser the look, the less motivated, you know what I'm saying? You're going to see with Magic, better chance of him being a risk of really just bringing raps, even though he's cleaned that up lately, like I said. But I am going to go with Magic in this one, contrary to the Big T Hand one, where I'm going against the Wash Vet. Like I said, I think that Magic has been underrated the past few years. He was really good versus Coach Corleone. I had him beating Fonz in the one-rounder on Band. So, one round, but maybe he condenses it and he's taking the sport more seriously. It's a toss-up, right, when you have someone that's always been inconsistent, but I'm going with Magic in this one. From there, Prep versus Snake Eyes. Boy, this is a battle I don't really like that much. I gotta be honest with you. I think it's just such a strange matchup overall. Snake Eyes is definitely acting as a URL workhorse right now, though. Definitely a mid-tier that they're sending to do a plethora of different jobs. He's going to be on big cards, he's going to be on small cards, he's going to be on middle cards. Overall, no matter what you may think about his style, just the way he promotes and everything is always going to put him in a position to get plates and be a piece of the roster. And then you have Prep, who obviously just went through his debacle on the easy card. I'm going to go Prep. I think Prep in a one-rounder is pretty good, to be honest with you. He beat Shug in a one-rounder last year. Very good Shug at that. Had a really good one-rounder with Dre Dennis. I just think that Prep actually does have a really gifted pen. I think over an entire battle, overthink, he'll do angles, and he does, fake angles and stuff. It gets weird when Prep doesn't just straight-up rap, and with the occasional, freestyles and rebuttals thrown in there. But I just think he could do more with the pen. In a one-rounder, it's really safe to just bet on the person you think raps, just says better shit, as opposed to all the strategy involved. So I have Prep winning that. And then for the last one, Stumbles versus Your Honor. This battle is going to be hopefully hilarious. One rounder makes it easy on both of them because neither of them can damn near get through 2 rounds, let alone 3. I think Your Honor retired from 3 rounders because he couldn't get through them. So Stumbles versus Your Honor, going to be a parody. It's going to be funny. I don't even care if this is a good battle, even though it has the outside potential of being good. I think it's going to be entertaining as hell. I'm going to go... I don't know. I'm going to go with my time. I'm going to go with me having a good time. How about that? So from there, we can get into the top half of the card. And first battle right off on the top half of the card is Chess versus Mac Myron. So you see where we went from the first 4, Chess versus Mac. So someone halfway through the booking was like, let's get a little bit more serious here. And you get a good matchup like this with 2 guys who really need a win, in my opinion, or at least a positive look on their stock. Chess is coming off one of the worst years of his career in 2022, and he's no stranger to having an off year, especially every other year. We know Chess's inconsistencies, but I mean really, really rough in your big plates versus Cal and Shug, you're choking and dying in most of those, even though the second versus Cal is good. And then even lost some battles that we're accustomed to him winning at the mid-tier level, right? He loses a 1-rounder to Jack Boy, funny enough, similar to this type of situation, and loses to Souffleur Soul, who is obviously going to become a star, it looks like, but he wasn't that great in that battle. Ends the year with the Saint win, which I think was really big for him. I think he battled Wise recently as well and did good. So Chess is in need of just putting his stock in the right direction. As for Mac Myron, since he got to URL, he has had 1 battle. It was Fonz. It's a battle where I thought he would get exposed for some of the things he's done in his style lately that aren't great. He's been heralded kind of a top 5 puncher recently by his fans, and I think that he's really there, and I think that he has that potential to be that. I think especially when you get to his chain punching bag, and then leads that to landing effective haymakers, but he's really relied on the mom jokes, like really relied on them. I don't know why. It's such a weird thing to have as like a flaw, but he's been ODing on them. So both of them really need to, I feel like, almost like get their act together and just get back on track, because we both know how talented they are. Betting on Chess always gets me in trouble. It's just rarely does end up aging to be right, because as good as Chess is, he loses a lot of battles. I do believe he has such a higher peak than Mac Myron that really there's no reason that he should lose this battle. So I might change it going forward. Depends how I feel. But I think I'm gonna go Chess winning this one. I can't do it. I'm going to go Mac Myron 1-0. I just can't keep betting on the inconsistency. If Chess shows me different, Chess shows me different. Obviously, it's the higher ceiling. But I think 1-rounder, like I said a few times here, is like a safer setting. Mac gets to chain punching 5 to 7 minutes. Even in a smaller room, probably benefits him the most. I'm going to go Mac Myron 1-0 over Chess, and maybe one of the better battles of the entire night. JC versus EK next. JC is someone else who really needs a win. Last year, losing to Surf, right? Losing to Hustler. Then you come into this year, loses to Klutz Clear, although he was really good in that battle, and I've heard that he may have lost to E. Farrell on iBattle. I don't want to put it out there that he's lost, but any of the rumblings that I have heard from there, even though it has been iBattle, people have said that E. Farrell might have got him. So, possibly coming in on a 4-game losing streak, right? You figure he has to beat EK 1-rounder if he takes it serious. EK has been known to overperform a little in these situations. I think he did really good versus T-Top. I had him winning that in a debatable with the 1-rounder. Also had a good battle with Nitty last year. So EK can rise to the occasion, but I can't see JC taking another loss. So I have him winning this 1-0. Then you get to the top 2 battles of the card. Chef versus Jack is good rec. Chef is obviously having a stellar year. Jack Boy just battled Authentic. Debatable, really good performance. Kind of had Authentic winning that battle, though, and Jack had a rough year last year, if I had to be honest. I know the K-Shine battle not going through hurt his stock, even though I think he would have lost that, too, to be honest with you. But even the First Lady Flames battle, the Tank battle, really some bad showings. Then you have the Chef Trez here, who's just been on a roll. I don't see how I can bet against Chef. Like I said, 1-rounder favors the underdog. They could do a little more. Jack can really outperform. Maybe if he just raps long enough, but I just don't think he's been rapping at the rate Trez has been rapping. Hard for me to bet against Trez, man, and I have him winning this battle. And that leaves with the shocker of this, and it is the debut of Thesaurus versus Holmesy the God. This is just dope. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people were saying that, oh, why Thesaurus in a 1-rounder? That's his debut. Maybe it's what Thesaurus wanted to do. He's in a different portion of his career now, man. He comes right on. He takes a 3-rounder versus Twerk. I know people want to see Thesaurus and Twerk, right? Because Twerk's called him out. That's not really a fair setup to him. Give him a minute to warm up. Hasn't been on URL before, right? Legend that's been around as long as he has. Still a different crowd to move. Holmesy is such an really what underrated means. People will say someone's underrated, but if all the culture's saying he's underrated, underrated. Motherfucker's not underrated. We're all saying he's nice, right? When it comes to Holmesy, I feel like he really just doesn't get his just due. He's one of the best anglers in the world. And pretty much every time he raps, he gets to show how good of an angler he is. He doesn't always, make the most of his biggest opportunities, and at the end of the day, it's what holds him back as a mid-tier, right? But I do think he has spurts of, like, this really great rapping that makes him a pretty worthy opponent for Thesaurus. And on top of that, this is really all eyes on Thesaurus, so what he does, the translation, I think he is going to get love either way, assuming this is a small room event. Like I said, one-rounders, you would assume. He's going to get more and more to rap through those multis, kind of get that flow going, and I think it's going to be really, really fun to see. I don't want to sleep on Holmesy. I think he has a very good potential of winning this battle, but I could see Thesaurus coming over here, the legend that he is, having a little bit of aura with him. There's probably some material he's always kind of thought of, like, saying directly on URL that now in his debut he's going to be able to do. You have all that in the war chest. And why I think Holmesy's going to be really competitive. Either this or Chess and Mac Myron is my battle of the night. I'm going to go Thesaurus winning this battle, one of the more exciting ones on the card. And that is it. You know what I'm saying? It's actually a little bit more talk than I expected to do for 8 one-rounders, but it's more about the talk about specific guys' careers. Am I, like, blown away by one-rounders? No. It's obviously a card of bleh. You know what I'm saying? But it's more about looking at the momentum that some specific battlers are going to take. Specifically, JC, Chess, and Mac Myron, as you heard me talk about. I really think those guys in general, one-rounder, three-rounder, they just need to get a more positive light on them at the moment. So all of them, even though in a one-rounder event, should have a chip on their shoulder coming in. And there's the potential in one-rounders of upsets. What do we see EK, you know what I'm saying, JC be competitive or something like that. And even the bottom half of the card, I think will have some entertainment. Like I said, I'm not even picking a wonder for Symbols in Your Honor. I think that'll just be fun. Same way we watch Dot and Ines. I'm just going to have fun watching that. And we'll see Big T and Magic. People are going to get their jokes off. You know how battle rap is. So, overall, cool little thing going on here. This is the 9th, I believe. Yeah, June 9th. This is going to be the day before Gnome. They're shooting this. I'm sure we'll see a little bit of, like, Twitter updates of what happened, stuff like that. Some of you guys might not ever watch these battles, and that's okay. But I like everything battle rap, so I'll be watching these. Maybe if one of them is good enough, I'll do a review. It's a one-rounder. Maybe not. But you guys let me know down in the comments. What do you think is interesting off of this card? And with Gnome Impact coming up, what do you think is going to be battle of the night on Gnome Impact? Not the biggest 212 fan, but I'll be here covering it, talking it, all that. Hit me on my Twitter. Always have my Twitter in the description. So if you guys ever want to just regularly talk battle rap, you have a crazy take, anything, hit my inbox, man. I'm always down to talk battle rap with anyone. But it's been J Small Reviews again, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to catch you on the next one, man. Peace.